So in this recording, I wanted to cover a passage in the Bible that I think pretty much just explains this situation. So I understand that a lot of people on my channel may not be religious. I've had a hard time convincing people that my religion is the religion, in spite of the fact that I think I have pretty credible evidence to back that claim up. In a lot of ways, I think the operation itself is backing the claim up. It's like, I think maybe there are certain people who have never read the Bible and they're not making the comparison. Like, they can't make the comparison because they never read it. Or if they read it, they didn't really understand what it was saying. So, like, of course, I'm not saying that you have to be miserable or oppressed in order to be a Christian, but that is kind of in there. At the same time, like, well, we don't really have control over these idiots. So, like, if they were going to be fucking psychotic, they were going to do that regardless, because it's who they are. That's why I said, well, these cocksuckers were who they are. I don't think the Bible really made them do any damn thing. I mean, you know, like, this idiot is going to be the piece of shit this idiot is. I don't really think that my presence, one way or another, had it, or really them reading the Bible or believing in it or not believing in it, had a whole lot of say so in how they turned out. That's why, you know, in another recording, I said people are going to be who the fuck they are. I think we try to come up with a reason, excuses and bullshit to justify it. So, like, when you're in school, the same piece of shit that bullied you probably turned out to be real dirtbags in their adult life. Not all the time. Some of it is just you not knowing better because you're young. But, you know, it's kind of that same nasty nature that people had. They carried with them their entire lives. And it's just like, well, now they're justifying it. That's why I said we don't have a response for crime either. We don't really have a response for any negative thing. Like, we have the negative people bringing lots of negative things into our lives. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I never claimed to be perfect. I have my shit together. Maybe that's the best we can do. We have our shit together. We have control. But we have people who don't want to have control because they're not capable. They're not civilized. Like, they're like animals, and they don't really care about having control. They don't really care. They feel like they got a bad deal because they were stupid. But I think all of us got a bad deal. I said, well, you got a bad deal because you're stupid, and I got a bad deal because you were born. Basically. I mean, you were born. The government can't cage you up so that you're not fucking with me. So I think we all got a bad deal. And I like to remind the gang stalkers that I got a bad deal because you were born. So I guess we're all getting bad deals. Well, thankfully we have you to make sure that we all have bad deals in life because you exist. So everybody's getting a bad deal. Everybody. I said, yeah, I don't think that a lot of people, unless you're rich, you know, the rich people like this. They like this. They're really making sure capitalism sticks. They're like, if you're not rich, you're fucked. I don't care what you have going on. I don't care if God loves you. Unless you were rich, you were just fucked, because we got all these nut jobs out in the world and they will fucking terrorize you. Every criminal nut, and like, I'm just saying, they're puppets. They're out in the ghetto. They're like, hey, thug, I'm gonna make you my bitch. $50, I'll make you my bitch. And then they go and they do it and they get high on their toilet, smoke crack on their toilet, and that is literally the plan for their entire fucking life. And as long as those type of people are out there, we're pretty much just going to deal with this shit. That's why I said, well, you know, you're probably going back to that because I'm getting off topic, going back to the topic. So the passage is, behold, I send you out as sheep amongst the wolves. Now, if you didn't have a lot of life experience, you wouldn't really know what that meant because you don't have life experience. You never dealt with an idiot gang stalker or some creepy weirdo. You never dealt with that. You don't know. You'd be like, what does that mean? Where are the wolves? Who are the wolves? The gang stalkers are the wolves. The gang stalkers are the wolves. And think about how they behave, like how they're like predators. A wolf is a predator. A wolf is a predator. A gang stalker, see, these criminal types are sitting back looking for weakness, and that's what predators do. They sit back and they look for any weakness, anything that might seem to suggest that you're vulnerable. That's what a wolf does. So a wolf doesn't just randomly go after prey. What most predators do is they look for vulnerability, and they go after vulnerable prey. Now, sure, in a pinch, they could go after anything that they think they can catch. But generally what predators do, so predators have to feed. Predators have to feed. First off, predators have to feed. And when they feed, they look for vulnerabilities in their prey. Those are the ones they generally target. And all predators follow that pattern. They don't go after the ones that's not showing weakness. They try to find weakness. So targeted people technically could be people who the predators, the wolves, have seen weakness in. And we got that Mason truck. You know, I don't give a fuck if it's the Masons. I don't give a fuck. The Masons are garbage compared to me. I don't give a fuck. It could be Masons. It could be MS-13. The Mason state, because white people invented it, that they're so much better than every other gang or cult. I don't think so. Honestly, so I saw a Mason truck, and I get it. You know, the president, they say the president was a Mason, and probably because he was homosexual, or maybe homosexual. He was wearing pink outfits, you know. Maybe it started off as a homosexual cult, and then, you know, it just went into something different. I don't know. Or bisexual, I don't know. They say these antisocial people are all gay. I mean, I'm just saying. So like the presidents and all these important people were into some swingy sex stuff, and you know, they became Masons. But all right, so we're getting off topic. I'm just saying, I don't see the Masons as better than any thug gang that's, you know, running in the ghettos. You know, other than they, you know, white people are involved, and maybe these some important ones. I don't really think they're that much smarter or better. So going back to what I was saying, so the Bible was saying that people were sheep amongst wolves, and I think that when you look at these gang stalkers, they kind of see life through the eyes of a predator, like a wolf. So we are technically, according to the Bible, we're supposed to be hunted by the gang stalkers, if you were to interpret this correctly. If you said that the gang stalkers were the wolves and we're the sheep, it would make sense for them to hunt us, and they're pack hunters. Think about this, though. Think about this. Wolves are pack hunters. Gang stalkers are completely pack hunters. They're pack hunters. They're not. It's not like if you were some bad guy and you would just, you know, like a regular bully. A regular bully can be one guy bullying one guy. Gang stalkers don't operate like that. They operate like more like wolves. Like, think about like a leopard or a tiger can hunt its prey solo. So it didn't say the tiger. I send you out as sheep amongst the tigers, or, you know, a prey animal amongst a tiger, and a tiger is a solo hunter. You know, so it's kind of like you can make the comparison. Like these gang stalkers are the proverbial wolves from the Bible. Like the people that I live around, they're the wolves, and I'm the sheep, or the lamb, which, you know, Jesus was the lamb. He called himself the lamb. So we're the lambs, or the sheep, and he called himself the shepherd. The gang stalkers are the wolves, and they act like wolves, and they hunt like wolves. They hunt in packs. They don't do anything single by themselves. Like, how many of us had bullies and there would be just was one person who would bully you? You know, they never do. They're wolves. They're pack hunters. All of them are. They're all pack hunters. It's probably because they're weak and they can't function without a group, because they're weak and they're stupid and they need the collective in order to have any strength. And they know that. I would be like, hey, stalker, it takes 10 of you to do anything. Anything. I mean, you would have to haul over every guy you know to screw in a light bulb in your closet. I mean, you guys are pathetic. I mean, you would never do anything by yourselves. You're too weak and you're too pathetic. And they're all pack hunters, and they do things in a pack. And I think that when you look at the Bible and then make the comparison to us being called sheep amongst wolves, and then you look at this situation and you see the parallel. That's why I would be like, people really have to not just read the Bible and understand what it's saying. So the Bible warned us about these nut jobs long before I came out with a channel and exposed them. The Bible was telling us about these idiots thousands of years ago, before there was gang stalking, before technically we had a title for this. The Bible was saying that we have these predators out there hunting us, right? And now we're seeing them in action, and I'm making videos about them. But I don't know why people are so just like the Bible isn't the word of God. I'm like, There is so much evidence, every gang stalker out here confirming it, not just because the motivations they have to stalk us in the first place, but how the parallels between what we were taught and what we actually see every day in life. So if anyone doubted, I would just say there's way too much evidence. There's way too much. Like, I can't do anything without one of these wolves following or pecking away at me, trying to take me down. The wolves. They're all wolves. They're all Satan's people. And I say that because they follow what we learn from the Bible, the pack hunting, the fact that they are hunting us like that, and the fact that they act like wolves, they think like wolves, they behave like wolves, and they're hungry. A wolf hunts out of hunger. They're hungry for their fix, the demon's fix, or whatever they're getting. I don't know what they're getting out of it. Maybe they're energy vampires or something. They're trying to feed off our life or something. Who knows? What do demons do? What do demons want? Why do demons terrorize people? We don't know why. They get something out of it. I don't know what they get out of it. Some sort of spiritual fix? I don't know, but there is that passage, and we have to translate that passage. And I think that with these idiot gang stalkers, they are the wolves. And I think we can, that's why I said, you know, if you really want to understand this, you should read the Bible, read the actual King James, and kind of just have like this open mind and try to apply real world scenarios to what you learn. You'll find that it's just so accurate, you will probably just convert over, really. So with that said, let me go ahead and close.